Hi guys, Abs here and welcome to this video update of the CTR booster. So in this video I'm going to be going over a number of updates that we've made to the software. So I've actually written them down here on the text file, so we'll go through the updates one at a time and then we'll actually have a look at them and see how we can work with them when working with the CTR booster. So the very first one is an extension plugin that we're now able to work with that blocks images. So some of our users are working with proxies that have bandwidth limitations or limitations to the amount of data that can actually be used using these proxies. So when the CTR booster was doing a search inside of Google, visiting the competitor and then going back over to Google and visiting your own sites and then visiting an internal page, then quite a bit of bandwidth could be used depending on how many images those websites had. So now you're able to check a checkbox to say that you want to work with blocking images or you don't. You're now also able to play YouTube videos that are embedded on websites. You're also able to clone projects really quickly. So let's just say, for example, you had a project created using the desktop user agents for your website, but you also wanted to do one for your mobile, for your website using mobile user agents. So then you can do the one project now, clone it, and actually just edit the data or edit the settings just to set it onto using different user agents. You also now have a checkbox inside of the Google backlink visit projects, which now allows you to search for your URLs based on your actual URL, using the URL, as opposed to having to add it as a keyword, which I'll show you how it works in a moment. And when clicking internal links, you're now able to exclude directories, entire directories, which a number of our users asked for as well. So anyway, let's have a look at it in the software. So inside of the settings area underneath proxies, you now have a checkbox that allows you to disable or disable images. If you disable images, I'll show you how that works as well in a moment. And let's just have a look at disabling images with a direct video play as well, or a video embed play as well. So I've added this URL here. This is a URL on my own website and it has one video on there. And the software is going to now visit this website and play the video. Now let's just say, for example, that this website or this URL had multiple videos on there and you wanted a specific video to be played. Then you can add a target URL down here, which would be your YouTube video URL for what YouTube video URL you want it to play. If it had multiple videos on there and you didn't have a target URL on here, then it'll probably play a video at random, but it's probably going to be the first one. But anyway, let's just see how this works with disabling images. So I'll click on this here and I'll click on start. And what you can see now, guys, is the browser is opening up with two tabs. One tab is enabling or installing a fast image blocker plugin, and the other one is disabling WebRTC. And now it's going to scroll over to my website. It's going to go over to my website. It's going to do its little scrolling thing or whatever it has to do. It's going to find the video, and then it's going to click play on the video and let that video play for whatever duration that we added. And it's going to also mute the video, which you'll see in a moment, and it mutes that video, which was a suggestion suggested by a number of our beta testers as well. I'm going to click on stop here, guys, because I've got the duration set to maybe a little bit longer than I wanted to for this video. Okay, so that's two of these here, guys. So you can enable and disable images, and you can also play videos on your website. What I'll do now is I'll actually uncheck this, guys, because I don't have any bandwidth restrictions. Okay, so we can also clone local projects as well. So let's have a look at a project that I've got down here for a Google search. So as you can see down here, I've got a Google search project. Oops. Okay, so my daily limits are, let's just say 10. And my maximum is, let's just say 100. And I'll update this real quickly, guys. Oops. What have I done? Okay. There we go. Okay, so where was that project? G search. Oh, that was the wrong one. That was the IP leak one. It was this one here. Okay, so this one here is set for desktop searches. Okay, and it's for Jassajar, whatever that was. Okay, so if I want to clone a project, what I need to do is I need to check the project, and then I need to right click and click on clone project, and it's going to say, are you sure you want to clone it? I'm going to say yes. What's going to happen now is if I scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see it's actually been cloned. Test user cloned, and that's because it was a test user was the name of the actual project that I had. So whatever the project name name was, it'll say clone after it. When I go inside of here, as you can see, everything's the same. All I have to do now is switch this over to mobile search agent. Maybe I want to get fewer visits, or maybe I want to get more on mobile agents and fewer on desktop, whatever it is that you want to be doing. Now, we have had a number of users make a suggestion whereby we can make the one project and have it maybe a random selection down here, and maybe choose, you know what, you want 70% mobile, which means the other 30 is going to be desktop, or you want to have 60 mobile, which means the other 40 is going to be desktop. So we're going to be working on that as well, guys. Don't worry, just give us a little bit of time, because we are listening to your suggestions and feature requests, and we are hoping to get them all added in here, but it's just going to take a matter of time to actually get them coded. Okay, so that's how you can clone projects as well, guys. Nice and simple for us. Okay, so inside of Google Backlinks projects down here, so I've actually got one down here made for niche genetics. Okay, so the Google backlink visits, when you add your URLs, what you do is you have an option to add your URLs, and these URLs need to be found inside of Google, guys. So they need to be indexed, and they need to have your website URL on there. So you basically search for your backlinks inside of Google, visit those backlinks, click on the link to visit your site. Okay, so before, what you had to do is you would have to add a colon and add your keyword, add a colon, add your keyword. Now, a lot of the backlinks don't get found for keywords inside of Google. So what a lot of users were doing is they were adding a colon, and then they would add the website URL, for example, soshisind.com. Okay, and this would mean for every single URL down here you had, you'd separate it by a colon, add the URL in there again, guys, which was kind of repetitive, and it was kind of time consuming, and you could easily get it done with Excel, but you know what, it was simple for us to get done anyway, so we thought we'll get it done. What you can do now is add your URLs down here, and just check this checkbox here, use URL as keyword, and what will happen is the software will search for these URLs inside of Google using the actual URL. So I'll show you this in action as well, guys. So this one was here, G search referrer. So I'll click on start. Now, we're not disabling images on this one, so you'll only see the one tab open whereby we disable WebRTC, and what's going to happen now, it's searching Google for the URL. So as you can see, it searched Google for the URL, and what you saw just now, guys, it was really quick. So it's random, there's a random delay every time we visit Google and do the keyword search. There's a random delay between 1 to 5 seconds that the software works. So just now you saw it happen really fast. The next time you might actually see it happen fairly slow. So as you can see, we found the URL, we found the backlink, we went over to Google, so we went over to the website, we clicked an internal link, but the reason it's happening all really fast, guys, is because of the duration and the delays that I've added down here. Okay, so that was visit 1. It's been successfully added as one visit, and it's now going to go ahead to the second one. So I'll quickly show you how this one works as well, guys, because this should also search for the URL inside of Google as well. Okay, so as you can see, soshisind. So this time there's a longer delay. As you can see, it searched for the keyword inside of Google, and there's a longer delay now before it's going to click on soshisind. But now it's gone ahead and it's clicked on soshisind, and then it's going to find the website. And obviously the duration is very low, guys, but you can control the referrer duration down here as well, guys. Okay, so anyway, this is how you can work with this. I'm going to click on stop, and these are all of the updates, guys. One last update that I should mention to you as well is this update down here when you want to exclude referrers, or when you want to exclude directories. So as you can see from this website down here, if I open this up inside of Chrome, I already have, guys. I'll just go over there to there again. What you'll notice if I actually bring this down here, is all of these URLs down here. So this one here is in the 2019 directory. Okay, these down here is in the tag directory. Okay, and as you can see, all of these blog posts are in the 2019 directory. So what I've done, I've made a test post down here, or a test project, to say that I don't want you to use anything that's in the tag directory, anything that's in the 2019 directory, and anything that's in the RSS directory as an internal link. So let's open this up, and let's see exactly how this is what it's gonna actually click. Okay, so I'll go down here and I'll click on start, and just give it a couple of seconds and it should start. Okay, so it's just going to disable the web RTC down here first, and then it's going to go over to the website, and it's on the website. It's going to do its little scroll, and it needs to do, and then it's going to click. Maybe if I bring this up a little bit, then you'll be able to see that it's going to what links. So as you can see down here, it's clicked a 2018 directory, guys. So I'm going to actually close this down here now, and so there you have it, guys. These are all of the updates that we have. We're hopefully updating this over the weekend, so by Monday you'll have this update. So when you do start your application, if the update has been put out, then you'll see it automatically update to the latest version. And if it doesn't update, then you're already on the latest version. But if you don't see these new features in there, then it's probably because we haven't updated it yet. But these are the latest updates that are coming out. There's one more update that we're working on, guys, and that is whereby when you create a project, and you choose the number of, or when you have in the internal links, a number of users thought, you know what, at the moment the software only visits one internal page, but users wanted the option to be able to have that as a minimum and maximum value as well. So the minimum is always going to be 1, so we're going to add a maximum value. So if you add, let's say, 5 internal pages, the software will randomly pick between 1 to 5 internal links to visit, and then stay on those internal links for the duration that you add down here. So anyway, guys, this is the latest version, and I really hope you enjoy working with the